It's your boy Tribal here. We're going to go over the post blog reveal, and our reactions, and also get you guys set up for the weekend to come. Also, maybe do a little bit of gameplay, let you guys know about some of the contests that we're going to have coming out this weekend and next weekend. And really just get you guys ready for what's going to be a great weekend, I think. Gonna let everyone just kind of get on here before we, get into much detail. So bear with us here just a few moments that people start, coming in here. We are live.
Greetings and salutations, everybody in the chat. This is MK with you, Miss Amy, along with Rival.
Yeah, I'm just letting people get on here right now. I check everything that's out. You sent me the tour stuff too, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, so I know what videos to do. Bionic Redneck, Hall of Fame, the Alliance, okay. Andy Kurt Angle, ECW. God, that's going to be a lot of videos to set up for this weekend. Going to be a lot of videos to do this weekend.
It is a jam-packed weekend.
No, just so I could, get the videos out there for people. It's going to be a lot of videos to do. Natural disasters, I haven't used them in forever. And his near carrying cross, I don't think I've ever used him.
You do have them, right?
I've got him. I think I got him at 6 silver. I'm just not, some of these I've just never used whatsoever at the end of the day.
Of course.
So I'm, kind of, just doing with that and kind of. I mean, that's going to be a lot of videos over the. I'm gonna have a lot of content over the next, within the next 24 hours. That's for sure. We're gonna just sit here. I think we're just gonna sit here and just chill for 5 minutes. Just kind of chat amongst ourselves. While we're just kind of waiting. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of content. So. Let me just see so I know what videos you guys can expect from me to come out before reset tomorrow. So I'm just going to start from here. Vader. Alright, so I don't have Vader time. I do have Big Papa Pump. I do have Stunning Steve. Earthquake, the natural disaster. So I've got him at 5 gold. Okay, I can figure out a moveset for him, I guess. Just more making sure I got him because, everyone always asks how to run these guys. So I want to make sure we have them, posted in the video section for you guys by the end of the week or by tomorrow at reset so you guys can use them over the weekend. I don't have Bionic yet. I have Miss Keebler. I don't have Canadian Icon. I don't have Glamorous. Don't think I have Glamorous.
I can share with those with you.
Yeah, we'll figure out how we can do that here after the stream.
That'll work.
Yeah, I got the. Okay, yeah, I know how to use this one. Okay. I was like, wait. I didn't. I thought it was a striker there for a second. Okay, Austin's are going to be real easy to use. I've got Devon. I don't think I have Bubba. Or I don't think I have Devon.
I got D1. I got him at 6 silver.
So. Yeah, I don't have get the tables. Have a feeling at some point we're going to get a Sabu at some point.
Oh, yeah.
So I just had that feeling.
It would be a 5 X tier 5,000 chase. They may give them for free at 3 star maybe, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to want to get the. I may just have to bite the bullet and spend the 20 on Kurt because I don't have him at all. I don't have Hall of Fame Kurt.
You know, I have Hall of Fame Kurt. I got him at 6 gold. Those 2 tiers.
He's one of the few I don't have. I've got some Moo. I mean, I've got pretty much everyone else, so I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting for everyone just to kind of jump over. That's all we're just kind of doing. I'm on.
Of course, I tested my level with the Armory Loop for when I finally got the Loser League Judgment Day moment.
Always go with titles on the pulls for the Armory guys. Come on now.
I mean, I got plenty of medals as far as like the new tier 6 medals, so I'm good in that department.
Never have too many of those. Definitely going to always need more of those at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Always going to need more of those. Give me 1 second. I got someone trying to join the faction.
And then I also got me a 6-star bronze piece for Powerhouse David Boy Smith.
Man, I never use him at all. I know he's got a good coach trainer ability.
Yeah, that's really what it's for, his trainer ability.
Yeah. Finally got it where I don't have to waste a whole screen.
So resources in that department.
Finally got it where I don't have to waste my whole screen anymore to do my streaming. So now I can have both my screens up at the same time. Like I said, we're going to give it about 5 more minutes here, I think, and then we'll get kind of started just because I want people to get, on at the end of the day.
And while we're waiting on other people to pop in here, congratulations to the class 2025.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
graduation time.
graduation season, so the class of 2025. Congratulations, whether you graduate in college or high school. You know, it's a big achievement. But definitely congratulations there for sure. So we definitely want to send out our congratulations to those people. Um, you know, definitely something we're always looking forward to. Man, I don't know what to do. I almost want another near and end plate. I just don't know if I'm gonna do it. What's up, Dominated? Welcome, man. Welcome. We're just waiting for everyone to get over from the champions chat over to here. So, you know, Boss Man is one I can't wait to get my hands on here. Um, so that's one I can't wait to get my hands on. I don't know if I could agree with that or not. I think Bionic Redneck is still the guy at the end of the day there. That's just my opinion, though. What do I know? So while we're waiting for everyone to get over here, I'm going to do a little bit of just some tours here that I got to get caught up on. Yeah, I think Powerhouse Austin is, especially if you got a Titan plate. I think he's one of the best ones out there at this point. Um, that again, that's just my opinion. You know, it's all a plate. You know, at the end of the day, it's all a plate thing. At the end of the day, so I think that's how you kind of got to look at it. But he is, to me, he's the best powerhouse. You know, player that you're going to have there. I think at the end of the day. So
You know, the way, of course, running Powerhouse, Bionic Redneck, Austin, Triple Red.
yeah, Triple Red. You know, with the Titan plate, and I think a Titan plate, and if you can get away with once you get the Titan plate, I think if you have a Red Rumble plate, you're just going to really destroy at the end of the day. So I think that's the way to go if you're looking for a good powerhouse. You know, in that era, I don't think Boss Man will reach that level. I'm sure he's good. You know, I haven't got him yet, but I know he's good. I just don't think I wouldn't claim he's the best just because that Austin is so good. Definitely need to work on her belt, that's for sure. Because I should not.
I had a 150 strap on Mod Taker. I ended up moving it over to Powerhouse Austin.
Yeah, again, I think it's just how you want to play it at the end of the day. But, you know, it does come down to that, you know, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it. So we're going to wait here. We're going to wait here just a few seconds. Mortal, there's a faction request if you can take care of that real quick, please.
Yes, sir. Okay.
What's going on, Big Sean? Appreciate you joining the stream. We're about to get into the post blog reactions and all that here in just a second. I'm just kind of letting everyone, you know, move over from the champions chat. So, couple things we're gonna go ahead and talk about this throughout the stream. We plan on streaming for about an hour and a half, 2 hours today. the first thing is, next 2 weekends, we got some big giveaways coming up. This weekend, we're going to be giving away here through the channel a $20 Austin pull off the Showdown on Saturday during the stream. We'll go over details on that later. And we're also going to be giving out a $20 Armory loot pull, the Gold Armory loot pull. So 25,000 Armory coins, which will help someone out on getting their Powerhouse Austin or Powerhouse Taker up, as long as a couple plates and medals. So that's something we're going to do this weekend. Next weekend, for my birthday, we're going to do something crazy during Feud on Friday. Again, those details will come probably next Thursday once I finalize them. But that's just something we're going to do. So, first thing, if you're going to ever qualify for any of our giveaways, you got to be subscribed to the channel. That's going to be the main thing right off the bat. Once you're subscribed to the channel, you're automatically going to be entered into them, no matter how we do it. So, another thing is, on Monday, I will have the Discord server up and running. So I will post that link on everything we have here for you guys, so you guys can join that and all that. So that will be on Monday that we will have that set up. So, Showdown is this weekend. Makes it an easy weekend for a lot of people. At the end of the day, not as stressful in gameplay, I would say. Mortal, send me the other thing real quick. Nope, you sent it all to me. Never mind. We're good. So, Showdown this weekend, and the Alliance Austin, the 3,000 Shard Chaser, the new Trickster, is who we are going after this weekend. WCW Alliance. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, the best Trickster in the game. Hands down. And I can't wait to try and get him this weekend. I can't wait to get the shards this weekend for him. So that's going to be very interesting to see. The S Plus, we don't know yet. I'm assuming we will have that. We will get that next weekend during Flash Feud, like always, or during Boss Battle. That's usually how it works at the end of the day. So I'm hoping it's someone good. It's probably going to be Attitude Era related. So, I could see it being, Booker's a good choice. I could see Sabu being brought in, especially after his death. That could be something I could see. I could see a new Vince McMahon card, a Shane McMahon, or even a new Triple H card with that. When you start talking about this. But if you're talking about, the DX Army Alliance there, kind of really kicked off if you go back into wrestling history on that. So that's something I think, you could look at. Shane O'Mac would be good. Female-wise, I think you could get another Stephanie McMahon. We haven't got a new one of those in a while, so that's something else we could get. But that's just my educated guess as far as who we could get this weekend, with all that, or next weekend, and then into, the Boss Battle at the end of the month. So I think it could be, you could go a lot of different ways with that, depending on how depending on how it goes. I hope we don't get someone crappy, but, you just never know anymore. That's just kind of how it works. So, but this weekend, they are going to give out some shards for the new Austin. So we're going to go through all this here with you guys. So the tours this weekend are going to be pretty interesting. On Friday, you're going to have what they call the inaugural brawl. So, the contest superstars for that tour is going to be the Bionic Redneck, Austin 316, or Undertaker Ministry of Darkness. As I said at the start of the stream, I will have videos of everyone I have up and running by tomorrow at Reset on how I run them, budget build and premium build. You're also going to have the Challenge Tour. So normal mode is going to be Austin 316, Bionic Redneck, Austin Hall of Fame, or Austin the Alliance. Hard mode is going to be any Acro, any Showboat, and any Powerhouse of the WCW era. And Hell mode would be off the Attitude era. Hell mode is going to be any Trickster off the Attitude era. Again, I have a few of those that I will probably post. WCW Ray will be a good one for that one. You're also going to have on Friday the You Suck, any Kurt Angle. So that's another one I think we could get a new one of, in the next 2 weeks is a new Kurt Angle. So that tour is going to be any Kurt Angle. Again, I'll go through with every Kurt Angle I have to do that. You're also going to have an ECW tour with the requirements being any RVD, or Devon Dudley get the tables, Bubba Ray get the tables. So a lot of tours on Friday right off the bat. You're also going to have a Women's Invasion tour on Friday with Glamorous Stacy Keibler and the Trickster Canadian icon Trish Stratus as your contest superstars. So those are how you're going to get a bunch of big points. So, those are stuff that you can use this weekend to get some points in the things. Welcome to the stream, Booga. On Saturday, you got the Brutus the Barber, Brutus Beefcake the Disciple Tour. Also on Saturday, you got Powerhouse of Attitude Tour, which the contest characters for that will be the Bionic Rednecks, the Acolytes Farouk, or Earthquake the Natural Disasters. I'm hoping everyone has Farouk. If not, and you don't have Austin, if not, Earthquake is going to be fun to try and use at some point. On Sunday, you're going to have a WCW tour with Showboat Vader of Vader Time, Scott Steiner, Big Papa Punt, and Stunning Steve Austin. You're also going to have a Monday Night Raw tour on Sunday with any Raw superstar, with the contest character being Roman Reigns OTC, Dirty Dom, Karrion Kross End is Near, and The Miz, the must-see superstar. And also on Sunday, you're going to have the Steve Austin, the Alliance Premium Tour. If you get him or already have him, he does have to be at 6-star to do that tour. So those are going to be the tours for Showdown this weekend. A lot of tours, I feel like, for a Showdown weekend. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't.
I actually like it. It keeps you busy. Considering that, you still got the faction contest, but at the end of the day, while you're waiting for your religion degree, so you got tours to do, so.
Well, and we're about to get into the faction contest once we get done with the solo. But I feel like with the faction contest, if you don't have certain people, it's gonna be you're gonna have to work twice as hard to score for your faction. But for the Showdown itself on Friday you have the Premium Showdown with Austin where you can earn a bunch of rewards. So if you already got them or you pull them on Friday, definitely take care of that. For Saturday, for the actual Showdown, break black gems. You get 200 of those, you're going to get 60 solo points for the Showdown. Break any trap gems, again, 200, limit those, 60 points each. Deal 1,250 damage with any Steve Austin. For 1 point, you got a limit of 12,000 on that. So 12,000 points there by using Austin. You can double dip with the Striker Austin for the Attitude Era for another 12,000 points. Deal 1,250 damage with any Raw brand superstar for 12,000 points. And deal 1,250 damage with any WCW superstar for 12,000 points. You're also going to get some bonus if you deal 13,500 damage with any Steve Austin, 13,500 damage with any Attitude Era. Same thing with the Raw and the WCW. So you can stack up some points pretty good. Your bonus superstars are definitely going to be Nation of Domination Rock can earn some points. John Cena, the last time is now, can earn some points. Bionic Redneck and Austin the Alliance. If you win a showdown with him, win a showdown with any trickster, you're going to get 350 points. Win a showdown with Austin the Alliance, you're going to get 1,500 points. And with the new Big Boss Man, you're going to get 1,000. So, there's definitely ways to earn points for your solo in this one. I feel like Ozzy would be really good for the trap and the black gem. And attitude. No, he's ruthless aggression. He's not attitude error, which still baffle on that. But we'll leave that as is. Faction contest. So there's 2 million solo points in the faction contest with 50 Austin Alliance shards and 100 Austin Medallion shards. Now, this is where I think people are gonna really struggle at the end of the day. The biggest thing is get your points early because it's ×2, so 20. It's going to count for 20 points by collecting Austin and Invitation Medallion stars. That's where you're really going to have the your tours done on Friday. Collect 10 points for every Austin invitation you get. Break a red gem in Showdown. 20 points, there's 60,000 of them for your faction. Break a trap gem in Showdown, there's 70 points, only 25,000 of them. And break a blast gem for 70 points, only 25,000 for them. I feel like if you don't have Powerhouse KO, you're kind of screwed on this one. I just have that feeling. So I'm definitely going to have to play a balance. I'm definitely going to have to play a balance between the faction and the the faction and the solo, and then spend 1 health pack, you get 1 point. So those are the faction stuff that comes with it, with the tours. So pretty basic weekend, honestly. At least in my opinion. It's a pretty basic weekend at the end of the day. I don't really see too much. You're going to be able to earn points by doing the showdowns themselves. So, I don't see this being a busy weekend. I see this just being a pretty easy weekend at the end of the day. I don't know about what are you thinking?
Yeah, like I said, definitely need to hit those tours as soon as you said it for the benefit of the faction, especially for those coins, that coin bonus, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think then we're going to have to do it on Friday and not Saturday just because, Friday you're going to get double the points, where Saturday you're not. So, typically it's ×5. But now they're only times in by 2. I guess they're tired of factions maxing on Friday at the end of the day. So it'll be very interesting to see here.
Then, of course, Saturday there's a lot of tours, too. So while you're waiting for your energy to refill on Showdown, you got tours to do, too.
There's only like 2 tours on Saturday. There's not a lot of tours come Saturday at the end of the day. So, I think it's just, it's going to be very interesting at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
And then, make sure you're saving your resources. We do have a talent upcoming on Monday for Feud, which will be, again, which adds a little intrigue to everything. I'm just glad we don't have to use Thrasher this weekend. Thank God. Because that would be bad. like I said, I'll be up tonight and into tomorrow morning. I will definitely do some videos for everyone because I think that's, that helps you guys. It helps everyone out if you guys have some videos that you guys can see of how to run people. If there's anyone you guys think of that you can think of that you're going to run this weekend, post it in here. I'll make sure I get a video up on it come, tomorrow for sure. Like I said, all the videos will be uploaded by reset. So don't be surprised if you see a video uploaded on YouTube. Here, if you see a video on YouTube or TikTok, if you guys are following me there, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube because that's where I'm able to post the videos of people, of my runs. I do go live on YouTube as well. I like Twitch a little bit better, but I do go live on YouTube when I go live on Twitch, and I do go live on TikTok at the same time. So I try to put the videos on there. So if you guys have any, superstars you need a build for, want an updated video on, make sure you just let me know. My Discord and all that's in the chats as well. You can just message me there. Won't maybe get as much of a response through there just because I do run faction stuff as well. So, they kind of take up my time a little bit more at the end of the day than, say my Twitch and all that. But once I get the server up, we will, we'll be able to fix that too. So, any videos you guys ever want to see, let me know. I try to do a premium build and a very basic build at the end of the day because I understand people don't always have the premium superstars. So that's something I always try to hit with you guys at the end of the day. I don't see me kicking out of this shit. I'm surprised I kicked out of that shit at all. At the end of the day. So we're doing some tours here. Right now. Sorry, I got someone trying who we just did we get it? Did you get the bidder in the faction, Mortal?
Yes, sir. I got him in the in-game.
Okay, well I have him in my Discord, so I want to get him in. I don't know which brand he's going to go to. I got to look at that later. Booga, do you know off the top of the hand who's got the next pick for the brand? So I know where to put him. I know you're watching the stream. And I don't know if he'll be a project or not. Numbers are kind of borderline there. So like I said, we are going to do some giveaways over the next 2 weekends. Make sure you are subscribed to the channels. And then for the one for next weekend, I'm actually going to put code words inside the Discord server when we go live on it. And that's how you'll win the birthday sweepstakes for Friday. So that's something that we will do with that. But that is how you're going to win. That's how I'm going to do it on Friday, for sure. For next Friday for Flash Feud. It will be in, there will be code words. We're going to have some fun with it. Okay. I didn't think you did, Booga. I was just wondering if you did or not.
And of course, for this Saturday's giveaway, definitely subscribe. That's how you'll be interested for this weekend.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do for this Saturday, within the first hour of Showdown, I'm going to go ahead and put out, I'm just going to go ahead and say this, within the first hour of Showdown on Saturday, we'll do a random draw based on anyone who is subscribed, with the giveaway. We will do that right off the bat. Within the first hour for 25,000 armory coins. We'll do that right off the bat. So that's something we'll do right off the bat within the first hour of the stream. And then, we'll figure out a way how I'm going to do the 20 pool at some point this weekend for that. So, um, we'll have more detail, how we're going to do that on Saturday. Uh, but yeah, within the first hour, that's how we're going to do it. Now, you can be subscribed to YouTube or Twitch. What's going on, Mike? And that's how we'll do it there. And we'll random draw or something like that. I'll do something crazy on it. Um, we'll have a big, fiesta with the birthday week and all that. And that's how we're going to just kind of go about it here. I'm trying to earn enough to do another pull here of Armory. I just don't know which one I want to do now. That becomes a bigger issue. Which one do I want to do? See what kind of belt we get. Attitude Era Trickster. Now that would work because I know who I could put that on at the end of the day.
So for those that are wondering why we have a double birthday week, back-to-back birthday week, is next weekend is Chiefs, and this Saturday is my birthday.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to celebrate birthdays in general. So next Friday is mine. I am getting old. That's all we're going to say on that. I am getting too damn old to be. I'm getting too damn old, so that's something we'll definitely take into account too. Just because of how old I'm getting. And next weekend is going to suck donkey balls. I can just say that right now. It's going to suck donkey balls next weekend for sure. I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get next weekend. I really don't with Feud and then, this. It's going to be interesting to see how much sleep I get at the end of the day. So.
And I myself, I'm a day one player. I've been playing since the game went live. So I felt like I've been waiting for this opportunity to finally get back to the WWE champions community.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just something you want to do for fun. You want to do to promote the streams, and all that. So, there's definitely ways we're going to do it. Probably going to blast it everywhere as well. Make this just a kind of a fun little thing here. So is there any superstars you guys want to see run? There's not really a whole lot to do today. I mean, the post blog, it's just kind of your showdown blog at the end of the day. There's nothing in there that screams out.
Nothing ordinary. Yeah. Not for this showdown anyway.
No, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, there was something I saw, though, that's in the prize wall that kind of made me, got me a little tingly and excited. Them giving out the Mode 2 Austin at 6 bronze. Don't really see that very often.
No.
So I'm kind of interested in how many coins he's going to cost. You can also get the new Trickster Austin as well. It's probably going to cost a lot, but you can definitely get the new Trickster Austin. Tech Miz build. Okay, give me 1 second, Big Sean, and we'll definitely get that up. That's another video I'm definitely going to have up this weekend for that. So bear with me here. RB, can you do me a favor and DM me the basic build for him?
I got it.
I saw you jumped in with voice chat, so I kind of was hoping you could DM that to me because all I've got is the premium build for him, obviously.
Yeah, I guess you can even mine fairly basic.
I mean, I know you don't have Sherry. I know you don't have some of the others that you would need, and I know you don't have Braun, so that's something that I look at too. So I'm gonna give you the premium build here, Big Sean, on Miz, and then we'll do the basic build. So let me find my Tech Miz here. He's somewhere in this pile of mess.
Which, in all honesty, you can replace the coaches with any multi-trainer.
Yeah,
or any yellow trainer.
Yeah, so man, I don't even have the build set up fully for him. I mean, there's really 3 ways to run him if you really want to. The biggest thing I would say with him is you definitely need the moment at the end of the day. So, if you don't have the moment, you're kind of in trouble there right off the bat. But definitely would run him with Fury 3 medals, playing the yellow gem damage at the end of the day. That's how I would do it. So whatever you can do for yellow gem damage, that's going to be the best way to go about it. Yellow move there. Take him off that there. Yeah, so if you got the moment, that plays a big. I think it plays a big role in him. So the easiest way I run him now, it's the biggest cascade risk I've ever seen in my life. I don't necessarily like it, but it is a big cascade risk. But I run him yellow, green, yellow. So you're going to want to run him the discus punch, the big boot, and the half Nelson neck breaker. Again, having the moment, the one you need the most is the steal in the briefcase moment. If you have the Miz and Maurice renew their vows moment, that's really good as well because, 50% more gem damage. And then, obviously you're going to want the gear if you have it because multiplies generated from moves will increase by 3. So, that's a big one. I don't have the gear, don't really need the gear at the end of the day. It's just one of those, if you have it, it's great. If you don't, it's no big deal. So we'll run him against this Cody here. Now, you either need to run the Hunter's Medallion on the belt or the Nightmare Insignia on the belt. That's one of the big things. And then obviously a Royal Rumble plate. So I forgot to put coaches and trainers on him, so we're just going to beat his ass real quick and redo this because I'm an idiot and don't think...
If you don't have the Rumble plate, Cowabunga plate is also a good option.
I was wondering about that, but I thought, I could be wrong on the Cowabunga plate. I thought that had something to do with power gems at the end of the day.
It's if you went 4 yellows, you get 12 greens, I believe.
Oh, that plate. So okay, that plate. Yeah. Yeah, that plate.
It's
okay.
Just a little extra damage to add on.
Yeah, it is. I don't think it's.
It's not a Rumble plate, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for him at the end of the day.
It's more so for fixing a cascade.
Yeah.
More than anything.
So the biggest thing I run here with him is Kofi. Now, I run Sherry if you have Braun and don't have Sherry. Braun works really well at 35K. Then I'm going to run Memrock and I'm going to run Powerhouse or Striker Strowman. So that's how I'm going to run him as a premium build. Again, Sherry being the premium build on that one at the end of the day. So then you're going to set your snowfall gems up. I always try not to make sure this way I can't cascade, as least as possible. It's not always possible, but it's always something you want to look at. Then you're going to turn a 6x1 area into multiplies, and that's where I talk about the cascade risk coming is just off that. But it does increase my multipliers from 9 to 13. So it really helps in that sense. As far as the non-premium build goes, Brett's premium.
Well, you can switch Brett out for Zombie Chelsea.
Z-Brett's premium. So Kofi, you got Cena on here.
Kofi, Cena, you could use Striker Braun instead of Striker Brett if you don't have
I
him.
would use Striker Braun instead of Striker Brett as a non-premium, and then I would go.
Chelsea would be the other coach.
I don't.
Because she was a freebie.
She was
Everybody should have
45%. Thinking there's someone else here that you could use. You really wanted to at the end of the day.
Zombie Gunther's another one.
Yeah, I was thinking there was something different. I could be wrong. I mean,
Stunning Steve Austin.
Z Gunther would be the best one because
really
he was.
take him up.
Yeah, Z Gunther was. He was free here recently, so that's a way you can. He was free off the milestone pulls at one point. Not milestone pulls. What am I talking about? What the Army or loopholes is now.
The collection contest.
Yeah, whatever. They've changed the name of. It's been out less than a year, and they've changed the name of it so many times. It's not funny. The thing with not having the premium build is your multipliers are only times 8, so that does kind of hurt him in that sense. You build the belt right, you can still get somewhere. Jimmy B, welcome to the stream, sir. But that's a non-premium build for him. Again, anytime I can increase multipliers, I'd rather increase multipliers than a 60% boost, just because it's 100% versus a 60% or whatever, vice versa. However you want to go about it at the end of the day. That's just kind of how I feel about it at the end of the day. Just because you're going to get more damage. Again, your belt, you just want to build it with Fury 6, Fury 3s. Tier 6 Fury 3 medals, just because that's going to give you the most damage at the end of the day there. So that's something I always look at too, is stuff like that. How can you get wins in an easier way at the end of the day? All right, so we've got enough for a pull. I'm just trying to think here. Do I go for the gear, or do I go for more medals and try to get another, tippy time plate, even though I don't really need a tippy time plate?
Look for those medals, and I got absolutely fried.
I mean, I never get fried because I can always use medals at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to go ahead and do a 5 pull on the Harmony loot. Yeah, I kind of feel like the plate, because there's a couple I really want an extra one of. Probably not going to get them, but, there's a Tier 6 Fury 3 of black. Definitely getting some medals here. Because I eventually just want to get rid of all my Fury 2s if I can. And takedown 2s. I'd rather have takedown 3s.
That is a good medal right there.
Oh, that belt just made this worth it right there.
What is your luck? What is your luck?
That belt just made.
What is your luck?
That belt just modern era powerhouse affiliation belt. Right off the top of my head, Strowman, Z-Liv, modern era powerhouse. Who's one I use a lot of at the end of the day? That's a modern era powerhouse that I use a lot as a coach, trainer. Try and think. Z Chelsea. I almost feel like that's got to go on Gunther, right? Like at the end of the day, I almost feel like that's got to go on, or not Gunther, Strowman. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got to go on Strowman. I use him too much.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't use him in feuds or anything, and you can only swap his belt.
I mean, when it comes to Powerhouse, you know who my two go-tos are anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that one's going to go on Strowman for sure, just because it makes the most sense at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day, it makes the most sense there. Because that, +2 multiplier and a +2 yellow. I use too many yellow gem guys, no matter what I do. So, yeah, that just makes the most sense there to me anyway. I don't think we'll earn enough for me. Yeah, maybe I can earn enough by doing some tours to do another pull. Um, I'm really trying to get that Punk Gauntlet gear. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. At the end of the day, I kind of want that Punk Gauntlet gear. Another one who I'm just gonna go ahead and build the belt for real quick because I know I'm gonna do a video on her. She is so horrible though that I don't even know. Almost feel like I want to go armor on her just because. Yeah, I just feel like that's the best way to play this card. Is definitely armor medals. Cause yeah, she has not aged well at all.
I'm still taking her to 6 gold.
Oh, RB. We will have that conversation later.
I need an attitude era. China's way too low.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say armor won't get you through. It's just, I personally cannot stand using her. I'm just at that point with Miss Keebler that, that's one I was very excited when it came out to chase because I am a Stacy Keebler fan, but I cannot stand her at all now that the game has gone on. She's so horrible. You can't turn one her no matter what, and that's, I think, where my problem lies at the end of the day is she did not age well. We're also going to start some videos of superstars that you can bring up just to bring up. I am currently working on one. I know the boys in the faction have given me hell about that one, but I don't care. I'm still going to bring them up. So once I get them to 6 gold, I will have that video up. And then I'll find another project of someone I think we could, who could really hit and be all right. I know who RB is going to say at the end of the day.
Hold on. You said you couldn't get Stacy Keebler turn 1?
You can't.
Yeah, you can. With the moment.
I got the moment. You still can't get a turn 1.
You have it maxed?
I'm pretty sure I do. I usually have all my moments maxed.
Because it's a +4 MP if you ever maxed.
I'd have to go back and look. That's how rare I don't. That's how much I don't use her. But I know
I really use her, but
I know RB wants me to work on to bring up a certain showboat that I will not bring up, just because he wants to see that big ass on the screen. Yeah, I've got the moment right here. All color move star with 3 more MP.
yeah, it's got 1 more level. It goes up to 4.
Yeah, I'm missing. I think I'm missing someone to evolve it. Oh yeah, because I ain't taking Lita and China and Trick Stacy up, but I'm probably gonna have to. Yeah, he just wants to see the big stink face on the screen, so that's why he wants me to bring him up. I don't think it would ever work, but that's just, my opinion. At the end of the day, what do I know? But I might just do it just because RB Polite has been hounding me to do it. We don't allow Mortal to speak on that just because you never know what he's going to say.
I have no clue what's being said on.
You never know what he's going to say. So it's not something we necessarily allow him to speak on at the end of the day. And Mr. Mortal knows this very well.
If it's based on a particular character and a particular build, I do not release anything. I will take certain things to the grave.
I know there has been a request about my head of the table Roman several times now.
No.
Jimmy B, thanks for the follow, man. But my faction said they will kill me if I ever release that build. So, and unfortunately, they do know where I live. So I kind of, don't want to have to shoot any of my friends, to protect my house. So I don't think I can. I don't think I can ever show that build. Now we are kind of going to be in. We are kind of going to be in trouble if they ever put him in the tour, because then I'm going to have to show that build. And I don't think RB and Mortal have thought that through.
Hey, Chief, I got one word for you, buddy.
Yeah, again, I don't know.
I finally got the damn plate, boys.
Nice.
Very
nice.
There's two superstars that I don't necessarily want to show the build on. Just because I do believe that, they're just, you don't want to give out all your tricks up your sleeve kind of thing, because then, they're no longer viable when you need them. But if they ever come up in tours, I'll definitely be giving it out. So that's, that's the catch-22 with doing content, is eventually, it will come out at some point because you will need them. It will hurt me the day I have to give up that Tech Roman build.
You're going to hate the hell out of me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I pulled 2 badass plates off the same pull.
I mean,
Not only did I pull the yeet plate, I pulled the front outlet.
You don't have them, do you? Until now.
No, I just until now.
Yeah, I think we know who that one's going on. She gonna smack.
Can we do something about his punk gauntlets? Because
she is going to smack.
I love how everyone else is getting the punk gauntlets but me.
Hey, I don't have them either.
I finally got the yeet plate too, and I know exactly when I'm throwing that bad boy on.
Oh, that yeet plate can go on like 4 or 5 different people. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be mad. Y'all got mad at me when I got 2 crests this weekend. I
just want to see how the gauntlets work on that.
I know Booga's still mad at me for even having Vicaria up, and he can't even get shards for her.
And the fact, and the fact that she had 150% kill damage. Oh yeah, let's go.
Mortal, you're lucky your birthday's on Saturday. Otherwise, I'd just mute your ass right now.
I love you, teacher.
That's all I'm gonna say. Any other superstars you guys want to see builds on? Just let me know. I'm just sitting here to. Booga, you say that every time. It's still probably going to take you 2 or 3 years to get her up to gold. You've got a big hitter that you can't do nothing with. When that's never a good thing. Any other superstars you guys want to see builds on, just let me know. We'll definitely get those builds on the stream. Booga, you're not going to have it up in a month. You're going to end up being like 10 shards short or something like that. Something stupid. Man, I love this MOD taker so much.
I don't have a title.
What do you mean you don't have a title?
I'm messing around with my alt account and I don't have a title for Funk.
Tech carrying cross. Okay, Big Sean. Yeah, definitely can help out with that.
Another superstar I don't have.
So Tech carrying, you're gonna need them this weekend.
I wish.
There's one I hope you at least have, because if you don't, you're in trouble.
Okay.
Please tell me you have Powerhouse Farouk.
I do not.
Oh shit.
Yep.
You're in trouble, RB.
Told you.
Because for that one tour, you're gonna have to use Earthquake.
I'm gonna make it work.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I can make that work.
I'm gonna do a video on Earthquake, and I don't think I can even make it work.
I'll look at them right now.
So the end is near cross. Okay. So with him, I do run an affiliation strap on him because I use red gems a lot. So I'm not going to move the strap at all for this. But the moveset's pretty simple. I run it purple, purple, green. Just because it does work out pretty well. And then for here, it's just going to be pretty simple. Move charge. Move charge. Since I have it maxed out, I actually don't have to run the move charge. I'm just going to run move damage. So Big Show.
Ooh, this will be a tough one.
Yeah, that video is going to be fun. I may spend an hour on that video.
I don't have a steer.
KO. Tell me if any of these guys are premium here. So far, I'm not seeing any of these that are premium. Are you?
KO's a little bit more common these days.
Striker KO, I feel like he's not premium at all. Now, Booga,
a premium.
Booga, I am not going to show Ryback.
We need a build on Ryback at 6 gold.
I don't even have Ryback. So how can I give you a build on Ryback when I don't even have him?
Guess if you gotta come back to WWE.
That man will never come back to WWE.
You never know.
Oh, I think that's one bridge that he'll never come back to. I think that's one thing that you can almost guarantee will never come back to. You're never going to see Ryback back in WWE. 3 angles down. Feed me more. No, I do not need feed me more chants going on in the server right now.
There's nothing wrong with it. Keep it up.
So the way I run him is I'm going to stack the purple gem damage, or the purple move damage, kind of like I run my Tiffy almost. That's with the Tiffy time plate. That's kind of the best way I can explain it. There, Big Sean. You're going to want to run it just like you would anything else. From there, I'm going to increase my green MP. So I'm doing 4 million and 6 million a turn off the purple moves. Again, this is how I run my Tiffy at the end of the day. This is before the boost. Biggest thing is you're going to actually get a big boost turn 2 because it's going to go up 100% for one turn. But this is just kind of how I run Tech Cross. Again, he is a superstar you could use this weekend in tours, so that's something you want to look at the end of the day. There, take double. Arn Anderson. I wish I had him. I'm a big Double A fan. He is someone I would never take to 6 gold, ever. No way, no how would I ever take him 6 gold. We'll put a poll out in the stream when I'm ready to take someone else 6 gold. Right, like I said, right now I am working on Kalisto going to 6 gold. He'll be 6 gold probably by the June MLC. So that's someone that I will take 6 gold at some point. That is my next work of art, I guess you would say. I know, I think the biggest thing with him is I'm waiting on a belt for him because I know Mr. RV over here says that I'm stupid for trying to bring him up and he doesn't think I can get him to hit.
I never said that. I said you can get him to hit. I don't know what you're talking about.
One of you idiots said that I couldn't get him to hit. So, I can't remember which idiot said it.
I don't think you can get Rikishi to hit.
I think I can. I really think I can. There's enough Protect Gem guys out in the game now. I really think I can. So, that's one I really think I can at the end of the day. Might be wrong, but I really think I can with him. So, call me crazy. Three Angles Down, I've been told that before it would be a shame for me to take Kalisto Gold and not Sin Cara. I've got so many acro shards and acro tokens. I'm just bored. I want to take someone up, and he just happened to be the luck of the draw. That's really all it came down to. He just happened to be luck of the draw at the end of the day, as far as who I was taking up, who I wasn't taking up. Trying to think if there are any other idiots I've been challenged to take up. I'm sure there has been. I just can't remember them all at this point. Because, some people never need to go up. That's just a pure fact. Some of them are just, there's no hope for them until Scopely releases a lot of stuff. That's just my opinion. Tech Bex. Whoa. I have her. I think she's a max coach trainer, and that's it. Are you talking the man, or are you talking bodacious there, Big Sean? Because there's 2 Beckys. If you're talking the man, I don't have her at 6 gold, or 6 bronze. I wouldn't even know where to start on this one.
With her, from what I've
not the man. Okay.
If you have the birthday plate with the strap and the medals, supposedly I heard she could hit. I don't know how true that is.
Okay, so the way I would run it, Big Sean, is going to be yellow, green, green. think that's going to be your easiest way to run her. And then I gotta go find his ass somewhere. I don't even remember where he's at. So this is how I would run it. At the end of the day, this is definitely a premium build, but I don't know how else you could run it without it being a premium build, because the reversal is definitely there. I would run armor 3s, armor 2s on her all day long. But I think there's only really one way to really run her. Yeah, it's going to be a move damage. Where's my Seth? So I'm going to increase the bleed at the end of the day by running, and make sure she's turn 1, by running Steel, Seth, Kyrie, and Woods. If you don't have Woods, I don't know who else you could use there in that sense. But that's how I would run it at the end of the day, is that way. You know, it's not something I would recommend running a lot. She's definitely more of a coach trainer kind of person than anything. At the end of the day, I brought her up because our faction needed her up for one thing, but red gems and black gems do 40% more damage, so she's not bad. Showboat Woods just adds 40% or 50% more bleed, so it does help in that sense. So let me find a match here and show you how to do this. So we'll go here. Yeah, there we go. This is a fine match, I guess. Now, I'm not going to put a belt on or anything like that, just because I don't feel like, it's going to help at the end of the day. Because you're not running it off gem damage or anything like that. You're really playing the bleed and trying to restack that at all times. You could play the silence gems if you really wanted to. I don't think that's the way to go, just because there's not a lot of silent gems coaches and trainers out there. She's slow, and that's, I think, the big issue I have with her. She's just slow. Now, I was able to get that bleed 3 or 4 times there, so that should help. But again, even the bleed's only doing 5 million. So it's not someone I would definitely want. Now, I do like, having the reversal to flip the sub. So that does help. But again, she's too slow for my liking at the end of the day. And I think once you get to that point, you kind of hurt yourself. So that's at least my thought process at the end of the day. She's just way too slow to be useful. Especially in this age where, you want to hit for as much damage as humanly possible. Especially with the metals and all that. Yeah, the bleeds are going to go through the metals, but you're not doing enough damage to make it, worth it at the end of the day. So I think that's where the kicker comes in. Again, guys, anyone who's just joining, we are doing a giveaway this weekend and next weekend. You must be subscribed to the channel to get the giveaway this weekend at the end of the day. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because without it, you will not be eligible for the giveaways. Dirty Dom. Okay, let me pull up my Dirty Dom here. Now, again, this is where a premium build versus a non-premium build is going to come in, because I don't think to be, for tours at least anyway, is going to be very premium at the end of the day. So Mo2 Taker or MOD Taker, he gives you a 50% to power gems and +2 black MP. Turtle Ray gives you 100% power gem. Turtle Kofi, sorry. Turtle Ray gives you 200% power gem. And then Alexa Bliss is going to give you 50% if you have her maxed out. I run him black, purple. And I will show you why here in a second as it loads up. So the reason why I run that is right off the bat, I'm going to make 3 rows into power gems. Once I throw these power gems out, it's pretty much game over as far as that goes. Because I'm going to do 1 million per power gem at 6-star bronze. Now, if you don't have the turtles or anything like that, Shinsuke, Woods, that's going to be your better bet. And I'm probably going to get my ass kicked here because there's no way I'm kicking out of this bullshit. It's the only downside to me not running a title on him, but I don't feel like wasting medals on him. When, for me, he's a striker that I would rather use Hall of Fame DDP on with the same setup and be just as effective, if not more. So that's just how I feel on that situation. Any other builds that anyone wants to see here?
I may or may not have found a build for Stacey Keebler.
Just send it to me. I'll take a look at it later. There are 2 videos I am not looking forward to doing at all.
Let's just say you would need everything for it to have a chance of working.
Well, there's a guy who has everything. It'd be me. So just send it to me. Let me take a look. You know it. I'll take a look at it and see what. Showboat Goldberg. Yeah, I have that. I can do that one. I do not like Showboat Goldberg at all. Can't stand him. So Hall of Fame Goldberg. Mine's at 6 silver. I don't think he'll go any higher than that for a while. I run him triple purple. Actually, the way you should run him, and I think it's the best way to run him, would be red, yellow. So the gorilla press, the cross arm breaker, and the neck hold suplex. And I would run it with I know everyone's going to think I'm crazy for this, but I do. This is the one time I do like the sub build more than I do the triple purple. More than I do the gem damage build. Which is a shocker for me even saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the one time I like this is the one time I like the sub build better than I do the gem damage build. I feel like the sub build is just it's too deadly to go against, especially once you get it off. See if I can find Protect Gem people here. I don't really feel like there's a lot of them at the end of the day. Oh yeah, Otis. Anyone else? Usually I know this word off the top of my head, but I never use Protect Gems. If I ever take up the damn Rikishi, I'll definitely be using it, but and this is by no means a premium build at the end of the day, just because a lot of these people you have. So now from here, I'm just going to go submission. I'll
be right back.
So since I'm going to go submission here, Sheldon Benjamin, Acro. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't, Booga. I just really feel like, it's not something that's needed. I don't have any of the gear, but then again, it's not one I'm going to bring up at the end of the day here. It's just not something I'm going to bring up. So I'm going to throw out the Protect Gems here first. I'm going to hit the down yellow because that's going to turn 1 all the time. Does 11 million for me at silver. And then you got the sub. Which the sub to me is what makes it probably the most deadliest there. Because I'm just going to keep stacking this. That was a 19 million hit right there. So about 23 million hit at silver right off the bat. So nothing crazy at the end of the day there. I mean, still a decent card. Great free-to-play card, just not something I'm going to run consistently. I have my opinions on it. So, that's just, where I stand at the end of the day there. Let me take a look at this real quick. Yeah, you need everything for that. But all right, guys, we've been at it now for an hour and a half. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We might be on tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. I know we'll definitely be on Saturday. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you guys definitely on Saturday, maybe tomorrow night at the end of the day. I'm going to have my schedule more up to date here as we go along. I'm starting to update it more and more weekly. So, you guys have a great night. Appreciate you guys joining the stream, and we'll be at it.